Welcome back to Days. Today we will learn about the devastating betrayal that has rocked Salem to its very core, leaving fans stunned and one beloved actor nursing wounds that may never heal. The shocking dismissal that shattered dreams. The entertainment world was left reeling when explosive DOOL spoilers revealed that a prominent star, riding high at the absolute pinnacle of their Days of Our Lives career, was unceremoniously and ruthlessly fired from the iconic soap opera. This isn't just another routine casting change, this is a bitter tale of broken promises, shattered dreams, and corporate machinations that have left Al Calderon seething with righteous fury. The latest developments surrounding Days of Our Lives have unveiled a particularly painful chapter in the show's storied history. The re-election process for Javi Hernandez's character is now underway, but what should have been a celebration of continuity has instead become a brutal reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in the cutthroat world of daytime television. Al Calderon, who poured his heart and soul into bringing Javi to life, now finds himself unceremoniously replaced, a victim of circumstances beyond his control and decisions made in corporate boardrooms far removed from the emotional investment he had in his character. The bitter sting of broken loyalty. Days fans across the globe are experiencing a whirlwind of emotions as they grapple with this unexpected casting change. Many have taken to social media platforms to express their outrage, their disappointment, and their unwavering support for Calderon. The actor, who had become synonymous with the charming and complex Javi Hernandez, now watches helplessly as his television family prepares for what promises to be a monumental transformation on screen. The wound cuts even deeper when considering the timing of this devastating news. After Deadline reported that Al Calderon would be expanding his horizons by joining the cast of Brilliant Minds' highly anticipated second season as a main cast member, what should have been a moment of triumph quickly soured. A spokesperson for Days of Our Lives, speaking with the cold efficiency of corporate damage control, confirmed that while Javi's storyline would continue to weave through the fabric of Salem's narrative tapestry, the face audiences had grown to love would no longer be the one bringing those stories to life. The corporate machine rolls forward. The entertainment industry's ruthless nature became crystal clear when both Deadline and SOD sources corroborated reports that another actor would be stepping into Calderon's carefully crafted shoes. The reason? His commitment to the primetime show that had initially seemed like a blessing had transformed into a curse, forcing him to watch his Salem dreams crumble before his eyes. This isn't merely a case of scheduling conflicts, it's a stark reminder of how the business side of entertainment can crush artistic passion without a second thought. Calderon, who had invested months of emotional energy into understanding Javi's motivations, quirks, and relationships, now must confront the reality that his interpretation of the character will soon be nothing more than a memory. Family ties that bind and break. The character of Javi Hernandez holds a particularly significant place in Salem's intricate web of relationships. As the cousin of Gabby Hernandez, portrayed with fierce intensity by Sherry Jimenez, and Rafe Hernandez, brought to life by the veteran talent of Galen Gehring, Javi serves as a crucial link in one of the show's most prominent family dynasties. The Hernandez family has weathered countless storms throughout their tenure in Salem, but this casting change represents a different kind of tempest, one that threatens to alter the very essence of their family dynamic. While show executives have assured fans that Javi will maintain his place in Salem, the promise rings hollow for those who had grown attached to Calderon's unique interpretation. The character will indeed have a completely new look moving forward, but at what cost to the authenticity and continuity that longtime viewers have come to cherish? The countdown to change. Perhaps the most bitter pill for Calderon to swallow is the knowledge that he has been filming episodes that will continue to air through May 2026. For nearly a year, audiences will continue to see his face, hear his voice, and witness his portrayal of Javi Hernandez, all while knowing that these performances represent the final chapter of his Salem journey. Each scene becomes a countdown, each interaction a farewell disguised as routine storytelling. The cruel irony is that after May 2026, another actor will seamlessly step into the role, inheriting the storylines, relationships, and character development that Calderon helped establish. It's a testament to the disposable nature of actors in the corporate entertainment machine, where talent becomes interchangeable parts in a well-oiled production assembly line. Current storylines hanging in the balance. The timing of this casting change becomes even more problematic when considering Javi's current predicament in Salem. The character finds himself in significant trouble as he navigates the complex responsibility of caring for the infant known as Tesoro. This storyline, fraught with emotional landmines and dramatic potential, represents exactly the kind of character-defining moment that actors dream of portraying. The devastating irony lies in the fact that neither Javi nor Calderon knows the explosive truth lurking beneath the surface, that Tesoro is actually the biological son of Sophia Choi, masterfully portrayed by Rachel Boyd, and Tate Black, brought to life by the talented Leo Howard. This revelation promises to be one of the most emotionally charged storylines in recent Salem history, yet Calderon will likely never have the opportunity to explore the full dramatic potential of this earth-shattering discovery. Romantic complications and lost opportunities. The potential adoption storyline involving Javi and Leo Stark, expertly portrayed by Greg Ricart, represents another layer of dramatic complexity that Calderon will be forced to abandon. If the couple decides to move forward with adopting Tesoro, the resulting complications promise to be nothing short of catastrophic for all parties involved. The legal battles, emotional revelations, and family confrontations that would inevitably follow represent the kind of meaty, character-driven drama that soap opera fans live for. For Calderon, watching this storyline unfold under another actor's interpretation must feel like watching someone else live his dreams. The romantic chemistry he had worked to build with Ricart's Leo, the delicate balance of humor and pathos that defined their relationship, will all be subject to reinterpretation by his replacement. A character's worth in corporate eyes. Despite Javi being relatively new to the Salem scene, the show's decision to recast rather than eliminate the character speaks to his importance within the show's narrative structure. This recognition, while perhaps somewhat comforting, serves as a double-edged sword for Calderon. On one hand, it validates his work in establishing Javi as a character worth preserving. On the other hand, it makes his departure all the more painful, knowing that his creation will live on without him. The show's executives deemed Javi important enough to warrant the expense and effort of recasting, yet not important enough to restructure schedules or negotiate terms that would allow Calderon to continue in the role. It's a business decision that prioritizes corporate efficiency over artistic integrity and personal investment. Future storylines in limbo. The question of what intriguing plots await Javi in the future becomes a source of bittersweet speculation for Calderon. Will the character maintain the quirky charm and underlying vulnerability that Calderon brought to the role? Will the romance with Leo survive the transition to a new actor, or will the change in dynamic fundamentally alter the relationship's trajectory? These uncertainties represent more than just narrative curiosities. They're painful reminders of the creative control and artistic fulfillment that Calderon has been forced to relinquish. Every future storyline becomes a path not taken, every character development a missed opportunity for the actor who helped bring Javi to life. The search for a replacement. While there's no confirmation yet on who will inherit the role of Javi Hernandez, the casting process itself serves as a constant reminder of Calderon's displacement. Somewhere in the entertainment industry, another actor is preparing to step into shoes that were never meant to be vacated, inheriting a character's history and relationships without having lived through their development. The promise to keep fans updated on casting news feels hollow to those who had invested in Calderon's portrayal. Each update about potential replacements becomes another twist of the knife, another reminder that the entertainment industry's machinery continues to turn regardless of individual casualties. A bittersweet farewell. Many days viewers will undoubtedly miss Calderon's interpretation of Javi, but the suggestion that it will be exciting to see a different version feels tone-deaf to the emotional investment that both actor and audience had made. The call for fans to keep an open mind about casting changes and to give new actors a chance to shine represents the kind of corporate diplomacy that prioritizes smooth transitions over acknowledging the very real sense of loss that accompanies such changes. For Calderon, this chapter of his career closes not with celebration, but with the bitter taste of unfulfilled potential and dreams deferred. The entertainment industry's relentless march forward has claimed another casualty, leaving behind a talented actor nursing wounds that corporate efficiency can never heal. Next, we will dive deep into the explosive and emotionally charged storylines that are currently engulfing Javi Hernandez, a character whose life in Salem has become a powder keg of secrets, lies, and devastating revelations waiting to detonate. The baby secret that could destroy everything. At the heart of Javi Hernandez's current turmoil lies one of the most dangerous secrets Salem has ever harbored. The innocent-looking baby boy known as Tesoro, a name that ironically means treasure in Spanish, represents far more than just a child in need of care. This precious infant is actually the biological son of Sophia Choi and Tate Black, a truth so explosive that its revelation could shatter multiple families and destroy the carefully constructed life that Javi has been building in Salem. The tragic irony of Javi's situation becomes more apparent with each passing day. As he tenderly cares for Tesoro, feeding him bottles, changing diapers, and singing gentle lullabies in both English and Spanish, he remains completely oblivious to the ticking time bomb he's holding in his arms. Every smile, every peaceful moment of sleep, every milestone this baby reaches serves as another layer of emotional investment that will make the eventual truth even more devastating when it finally surfaces. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is the way it showcases Javi's natural paternal instincts. Viewers have watched him transform from Salem's charming newcomer into a devoted caregiver, his entire world now revolving around this child's well-being. The maternal bond he's developing with Tesoro is genuine, pure, and heartbreakingly authentic, which makes the inevitable revelation all the more cruel. The romance that complicates everything. Javi's relationship with Leo Stark adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. Their romance, which began as a light-hearted flirtation filled with witty banter and stolen glances, has evolved into something much deeper and more meaningful. Leo, with his sharp tongue and vulnerable heart, has found in Javi someone who sees past his defensive mechanisms and appreciates his authentic self. The adoption discussions between the couple have reached a fever pitch of intensity. Leo, despite his typically cynical worldview, has found himself genuinely moved by Javi's dedication to Tesoro. Watching his boyfriend transform into a caring father figure has awakened feelings in Leo that he never thought possible. The idea of becoming a family unit, Javi, Leo, and baby Tesoro, represents a future that both men are desperately eager to embrace. However, their conversations about adoption carry an ominous undertone that neither man fully grasps. Each legal document they discuss, every parental right they consider, and every future plan they make is built on a foundation of lies that could crumble at any moment. The paperwork they're preparing to file, the home visits they're arranging, and the financial preparations they're making all serve as cruel reminders of how deeply invested they've become in a situation that was never meant to be theirs. Family dynamics under pressure. The Hernandez family dynamics add yet another dimension to this increasingly complex storyline. As the cousin of both Gabby and Rafe Hernandez, Javi carries the weight of family expectations and loyalties that complicate every decision he makes. Gabby, with her fierce protective instincts and complicated history, watches her cousin's newfound happiness with a mixture of joy and concern. Rafe, ever the responsible police detective, can't shake the feeling that something isn't quite right about Tesoro's sudden appearance in their family's life. His investigative instincts are beginning to surface, and he started asking questions that make Javi increasingly uncomfortable. The family dinners that once brought joy and laughter now carry an undercurrent of tension, with Rafe's probing questions and Gabby's worried glances creating an atmosphere of barely contained anxiety. The cultural elements of Javi's heritage play a significant role in his attachment to Tesoro. As someone who values family above all else, the idea of providing a loving home for a child in need resonates deeply with his core beliefs. He's already begun teaching Tesoro simple Spanish words, sharing stories of their family's history, and planning future celebrations that would introduce the child to their rich cultural traditions. The ticking clock of discovery. What makes Javi's current storyline so compelling is the inevitable countdown to discovery. Sophia Choi, wrestling with the devastating decision she made to give up her child, grows more tormented with each passing day. Her internal struggle between wanting to reclaim her son and believing he's better off without her creates a volatile emotional state that threatens to explode at any moment. Meanwhile, Tate Black remains largely unaware of his fatherhood, but signs are beginning to point toward a revelation that could change everything. His friends have noticed changes in his behavior, moments of distraction and unexplained emotional responses that suggest his subconscious might be processing truths his conscious mind hasn't yet accepted. The legal implications of the current situation grow more complex daily. Every day that Javi and Leo care for Tesoro without knowing his true parentage creates additional complications that will be nearly impossible to untangle. The emotional bonds being formed, the care being provided, and the love being invested all serve to make the eventual legal battles more heartbreaking and more complicated. The web of deception grows tighter. Salem's interconnected relationships ensure that this secret touches multiple lives in ways that none of the participants fully understand. Hospital staff who were involved in Tesoro's care carry pieces of the puzzle, each holding fragments of information that could expose the truth. Medical records, birth certificates, and witness testimonies all exist as potential landmines waiting to explode Javi's carefully constructed reality. The emotional toll on Javi becomes more apparent with each episode. Viewers can see the weight of responsibility settling on his shoulders, the way sleepless nights caring for an infant have changed his demeanor, and how his entire identity has shifted to accommodate his new role as a father figure. He's made sacrifices in his career, his social life, and his personal goals, all for a child who isn't legally his and whose real parents remain unknown to him.